The video is off.
Yes. So, Aparna, the other place that of course, I've always wanted to visit Varanasi, Banaras.
And your video is off.
Is it okay now?
No,
Can you hear me?
still off. We can hear you, but your video is off.
One second.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
We
I
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you, but your video is off.
Video is off.
Oh, video is off. Okay. So the other place that I've always wanted to visit was Varanasi. So from your narrative, the Banaras, you're describing Banaras. I have read in many, many works, but yours is really captivating. I was very impressed. So have you lived there? Have you visited Banaras, especially for writing, or how did it happen?
I have visited Banaras as a child. Okay, but so I have memories of Ganga Aarti and the narrow lanes and the kind of food that is available, people there, the small town kind of feel. I do remember, but I read few books. Like I read Aimless in Banaras, then I read The Romantics by Pankaj Mishra, then I read one more book, I don't recall the name. So I read about 3 books which have, where the whole city of, I read Mona Verma's book, Lost and Found in Banaras. So 3 books I read. Aimless in Banaras, Lost and Found in Banaras, and the third is The Romantics by Pankaj Mishra. Okay, so all the 3 books are set in Banaras itself. My novel, it is only a part of the novel which is set in.
Of course.
So yes, these 3 books, they added a lot of value to my thinking of Banaras. I did watch few documentaries, on Banaras. So watching documentaries also helped me how people walk, how they talk, what is their attitude there.
Yes. It was as if, a person living in Banaras has written. That's what I could feel. And I thought you had been living there recently. So that's why I asked you that. And I thought you were in Pune, and now I know you are in Mumbai. So...
No. If I only want to add is that I have this aim that I will always bring small, lesser known places. Banaras is not a lesser known place now.
Yes,
it is on the global map. Okay,
of course.
Through my writing, I want to bring those smaller, lesser known places of India to life. My next novel that I'm writing is based in Jamnagar in Gujarat.
So you're familiar with that place, or?
I am not from that place, no.
You're going to visit that place?
I want to. I will.
Interesting.
Okay.
But I have friends. I have a friend from there. I have somebody who stays there and who I talk frequently to understand. But that particular individual has invited me to her place, and hopefully I'm able to go. So she has asked me that please come over, stay for 4 or 5 days, and get a feel of what is happening.
Yeah, you should.
Got it.
After you, Danya, I have one question after you.
So I wanted to know about how this publishing deal with Vishwakarma came about, because that is one of the processes that any author, any aspiring author would like to know. Did you have to go through the usual process?
I did not get your question. Shri.
How did this publishing deal with Vishwakarma come about? Do you have to send a proposal, a synopsis and everything? How did this come about, or was it self-published? What is the deal about? Because we usually ask this question if there was any literary agent, because we usually ask this question so that aspiring authors who are listening would know what are the different publishing journeys that authors have gone through.
Yes.
So see, before The Labyrinth of Silence, I had done a small short story collection with Vishwakarma. Okay, eight stories under the banner of Javvaab Pizza by 8 different authors was published. So that time the editor who was working on this book, she liked my story a lot. She gave a comment saying that this particular story is my favorite out of the 8, and she wanted, but in the end she wanted the resolution of that story to be a little different. But later on, the publisher said that we will not change the ending of this particular story, because then the whole process of it will change. So I grabbed that opportunity and I told the editor that if you have liked my story, I'm writing a second book as well. Will you please recommend my name to the publisher, saying, will you put a word for me for this particular? So she said, yes, definitely I will do, because I see potential in your writing. So my the editor of that particular book, she put a word and she told me send across synopsis and first 3 chapters. About for 8 to 9 months, the only reply that I used to get was, yes, we are looking into it. Sometimes there used to be no reply. Sometimes they used to say, yeah, now the sales team is discussing it, now the marketing team is discussing it. All that happened, and about after a year I received the contract. They used to say, no, we are going to work because you have received, our editor has recommended your book, so we will be working on it, but we need to see whether the kind of fiction that you're writing, is the market open, because for the publisher it's very important that the book sells. The sale of the book is what is on their mind,
Yes.
And because it's a traditional deal, the publisher is going to invest in everything, in all the process, right from editing to the cover, to putting your books in various bookstores and in literature festivals. So they have to make money out of it after giving you your royalty. So yes, the first 3 chapters and then synopsis. And actually I had not even finished writing the book. That time they got back to me and they said, will you give us a chapter wise synopsis? So I said, no, I am very much, I don't know what is going to happen at the end of the chapter. This is the flow that I go with.
Yes.
I am not the kind of person will have, this A to B to C kind of working line. So I don't have it. So then they said, okay, fair enough, let us think. So till that time I was writing, and I think December, 2 years ago, December, one year ago, December, I signed the contract. December 25th, I received. 2022, I received the contract.
Very good.
So that was how it was.
Oh, lovely. I thought there was an agent in the middle. This is so organic and I like it. Well, coming back to the Labyrinth of Silence. How did you, bring the grief of the depressed character? Is a man, isn't it? So it is very convincing how a man thinks and how he expresses his feelings, or doesn't express, or whatever. I mean, either way. But how? Any inspiration from life or anyone, or did any male reader read it? Did your husband read it? Any male reader read it? No.
My husband does not read he does not hear my spoken word, and he does not read my written word.
No, normal. Don't worry.
So he is very clear.
It's okay.
None of my spoken words affect him, nor my written words affect him.
It's okay. So, it's okay.
He's out of question.
How you could do it convincingly?
When I started writing, I did not want conventional topics in my book. I did not want conventional woman-oriented book. I wanted to challenge myself as a writer.
Good.
Many people told me, because it is your debut book, take it very easy. Go for a small, story which is an easy breather kind of story. A girl meets a boy kind of story, and then everything is hunky-dory. Okay, so but I did not want to. I said, if I fail, it is up to me. If I succeed, it is up to the book. So I wanted to move apart. I mean, I did not want a woman's voice strongly in the book, because I'm not a person who believes that men are bad. Men, we need men. We love our men. So I wanted people to, and when we talk, and the central theme of the book is abuse. So whenever we talk about abuse, we always project girls, we always project women, and we talk about women issues related to abuse. But we are not talking about abuse which is happening to our men, young boys and boys, especially males. So, and as a writer, I wanted to challenge myself, because as a woman, it is very easy to write about another woman.
Yeah, that's why I asked the question. How could you?
So what I did is that I was observing. I observe. I think every writer does that, and it is a very basic quality of a writer to merge in the background and observe things. Somebody should not even realize that you are observing them, but you are observing them.
Yes.
So I have observed, and I read again books. Books are everything that I have. मेरी जान भी books है, मेरी wealth भी books है. Everything that is books for me. I tell my son, if I have to leave you a legacy, it is only going to be of hordes of books, boxes full of books. So I read books where there were male protagonists and middle-aged, that the age was important. No teenage, no old age, because we have books like a Man Called Ove, where the book is written from an old man's point of view. There were books which I read where male protagonists, but in middle age. So what is their idea of romance? What is their idea of family life? What is their expectation from the society? Okay, so if you see The Romantics by Pankaj Mishra, that is one book which is written by a male from a male point of view. Okay. So yeah, so such books help me to understand that a man who's in his 40, 45, how he thinks, what he likes, what color of shirt he would like to wear, the dressing style, we dress up differently according to age. I think age has a major factor in what we like to eat, or what we like to dress, or even what we like to watch on Netflix, or on television, the content that we consume. Age has a very solid
not just age, I think the mental health also, how healthy or how poor your mental health is, depends, that also affects the tastes. Right?
Yes. So a person who is depressed, a person who is between 40 to 45 years, a person who is highly successful in his career, a person who is not supported by his family, so how will this person behave? So there was a web with me. There were a lot of background factors for this character to behave in a particular way. And then when you start asking the right kind of questions, answers are automatically there.
Yeah, thank you. Lovely. Are we wrapping, Danya? Danya?
Yeah. No.
I did not. I hope I have not put you to sleep, Sridhanya.
No, you have not. I was just coughing. Sorry. Okay, so my cough and like my running was very bad. I've been doing this in office also. Okay, so my next and last question for this segment. There is another segment which is Word of W's. For this segment would be that. Okay, we know how you you have written the book and the publishing process. How has the because we also know that you're also an author who talks to other authors. How has the writing community helped you promote this book? And how have the other authors, fellow authors, given a hand, at least in maybe not leave alone promoting, but at least reading, at least, talking to you, at least giving you inputs? How have they helped you?
Oh, fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. The kind of support that I have received from the author community has been too good, too good. I mean, they were all of my friends who are authors, Jayanti ma'am, Natasha, Sangeeta, Amisha, Anamika. There are so many, Monica, Khushbu. There are so many friends, and it is not only for the book, Sridhanya. I feel if Jayanti ma'am has to put out an anthology, I will receive the same message from 10 different people telling me you have to be a part of this anthology. Okay, so it is not only about book, it is about everything. Now, if Jayanti ma'am will share something with me, I will send it across to all my friends that, okay, this is the, kind of writing opportunities that are available and you can do this and that. So the support has been humongous. I mean, huge. They have put up on their social media pages, they have suggested it to their friends, they have written reviews on Amazon, Goodreads, they have shared places where I could, do interviews. So huge.
That's beautiful.
That's healthy.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
And it is very essential to be part of such communities.
Yes.
It's only when we, as I told you guys, you two girls are also doing a lot of things, selflessly for writers. And it is through people like you, people who support, people like us, when we support each other, even after we are gone, that kind of honesty, that kind of love between writers stays, and that is how literature grows.
Beautiful, yeah. Thank you.
Definitely.
So our next segment is called Word of W's. Word of W's is nothing but W questions like what, and where. So it's like a small recap of the entire session we had, and also like a few questions that you could answer for the aspiring authors, so they could know you, the author, and the book a little bit better, right? So my first question on World of W's would be that when is your next book due, and what is it about?
My next book, I have not finished writing, Sridhanya. So only when I finished writing about 80% of the book, I will speak about it. That is something that I have already spoken about it to Jayanti ma'am, but making it public right now feels, So genre,
yes,
you're
asking I know what it is about. I'm not going to tell.
Okay. The genre is again contemporary fiction. It is fiction, daily life, something more than daily.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
So, where can aspiring authors or readers get access to your books?
So my book is available on Amazon.com.in. It is available all over the globe, UK, France, I think except for Singapore. But Amazon, all the places it is available, .com.in, US, Canada. It is also available in leading bookstores in Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, places in Chennai, bookstores like Sapna in Bangalore and Chennai, Bookworm, Bookganga in Bangalore. Mumbai, you have Tidal Waves, Kitab Khana in Mumbai. Then, so it is there. Barrisons in New Delhi, Barrisons in Kolkata. So there are bookstores. Yeah.
Lovely.
That's great. Okay, so how has social media helped you in the entire writing and publishing journey, if you could tell us?
Come back. I did not hear. What?
How has social media helped you? Social media, how has it helped you?
Tremendously. Initially I was not very comfortable with it, going out there every practical day and talking and doing some kind of activity, because I'm a very private person otherwise. But it has helped me because it has connected me to people whom I don't know. I have not met them. Like, the next week I will be meeting one reader from Thane, and she contacted me personally. She read my book and she said that can we meet for a cup of coffee? So that is, my first kind of fan mails that you get. So yes, so that has happened through social media.
Lovely. So that's good. So how many months is it since Labyrinth of Silence has been published?
This is the book was released at the end of April.
And how is the
response
in reviews or or even sales, if you could share, it's okay. I mean, if you don't want to share at this junction,
No.
is
I'll
also...
be very honest. I'll be very honest. The last month sales that it showed me, the figure was close to 200. And I have about 43, 44 reviews on Amazon up till now. So I am not in a rush to be the best seller or something like that. But whoever reads the book, paisa vasool hona chahiye. First thing is that they should, whatever money they have invested in the book, they should not feel betrayed, or they should not feel, because I also, like, I invest 2,000 to 3,000 per month only on books. I buy paperbacks, I read on Kindle. So after a book, I don't like, I feel if a book is written very, very immaturely or not, it does not give me that satisfaction. I feel, why did I put money just looking at the cover or at the blurb? Okay. So the people should feel satisfied. They should, their money, whatever hard-earned money they have invested in my book, they should feel satisfied about it. And at the end of it, they should be at least, 2 to 3% of
takeaway of it.
Takeaway for them. Yes. And for the cause that I have written, there's a cause behind which I have written. So it should highlight that cause, that people should talk about that cause.
Yes.
So in 3 months, I think I'm doing good. I mean, for me,
that's good. That's good. No, brilliant.
Yeah. Okay.
So, as a parting word, to the aspiring authors out there, you can tell us something, and you can also share with us how you felt talking to us before we wrap this.
So aspiring authors or writers, I think I'm one of them. I'm still, I have not achieved a lot, so I am one of them. So
I'm also one. Please tell me.
No. For me, you are not one. See, we are at different stages.
If you are, then I'm also.
If I'm at level 1, you are at level 5 for me. And for you, there is somebody up above there. You keep, climbing, getting there, getting better. So I feel that first is to believe in the story that you want to tell. Be absolutely sure that you are believing it. You know that the story is that there has to be this strong urge to tell that story. Unless and until you don't have it, you will not finish the book. So it starts words, thoughts, vocabulary, pattern, plot, characters, narratives, everything is superficial. That inner spark that I want to tell this story is not letting me sleep. Then only I have to open the laptop or open the book and start writing. Second, it is okay to fail. It is okay that sometimes you don't want to write. Sometimes you feel it is all rubbish that is happening. You want to just pack it up and throw. It's okay to feel, to stay with that emotion. It is going to get over soon. And again, that's happy, sad, whatever story you're going to tell, it is going to come up. Third, don't get emotionally attached to the story. The story will take year, 2 years, 3 years to come on paper. You might find a publisher, you might not find, but times change, people's change, and so does their mentality change. So there will be a day when that story is going to see daylight. So these 3 things, I think writers should.
Lovely, yeah, important. I think.
Other all things,
makes sense.
Everything is there out in the internet. How to design a character or how to write a plot. Everything is there on the internet. And literature, love for literature, love of literature is also there on the internet. Please follow their videos. They have really good. I'm not endorsing particularly, but yes, in a way I'm endorsing them because they have real good content. Both Sridhanya and Jayanti ma'am, they are experts of their field who call only genuine people. They do not take money or give money to anybody. So there is no money involved. And when there is no money involved, there are a lot of authentic, honest, truthful things that are happening on the show.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes.
So,
true. Thank you for that endorsement.
I can say that. Yeah. So please please follow such kind of people, because there are millions of content creators, there are millions of people who will charge you for workshops, will charge you for but that will be very momentary. These two women, once they start holding your hand, they will be there with you for long term. That is my personal experience. I have known them for past 4 or 5 years now, and I think every 2 3 days I receive a message from Jayanti ma'am, or I ping her to tell something, that please read this story and please tell me what to do with this. So that is how genuine the support is. And people, please, I would request, don't fall into money making traps. Give us 50,000 and get your book published, or give us 2 lakhs and see yourself as a bestseller. If you're that kind, I mean, nothing wrong in it. It is, but
I know.
Thank you so much.
That was very nice. Thank you. Let's keep in touch.
Auntie, can you stop the recording? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.